Hey guys, welcome to the first Transfer Tuesday for 2023 for the month of January. I literally cannot believe that I'm already saying January 2023, but I'm super excited to come on here and share with you the transfers that I'll be making today and also across the month of January 2023. So if you're not familiar with what Transfer Tuesday is a money movement that was started by Mary over at Pennies Not Perfection, with the idea being that we look within our budgets and then send that additional money we find towards our financial goals. For some people, it's paying off debt. For some people, it's saving towards emergency fund or vacations or other financial goals. So that's the idea behind Transfer Tuesday. So for me, for this Transfer Tuesday, just like I did in November of 2022 and December of 2022, I will be focusing on the trips that I have in January. I've decided to use the majority of my Transfer Tuesdays to focus on the trips that I have, save up for those. So I've already booked the flights for these trips that I have, and for some of them I've reserved the hotels already and paid for the hotels, some I haven't. So for today's Transfer Tuesday, we're going to do two things. We're going to talk about one, my 100 envelope savings challenge that I started in December, and two, we're going to talk about one of the trips that I'm taking this month abroad and what I need to save up for this trip. So let us begin. First, with the 100 envelope savings challenge, I want to say that back when I did my final Transfer Tuesday for December of 2023, I had available to me £50, and I thought I was going to send all of it and send it towards my 100 envelope savings challenge, but I did not. I decided to rejiggle my financial goals that I had in December, send the majority of that money to those goals, and I decided to then only send £15. Was it £15? Yes, £15 to my 100 envelope savings challenge, meaning that I now have £50 saved of the 5,050 that I need to save for this challenge. So what I'm going to do for today's video is I'm going to be making a transfer. I do have my trusted mobile here with me, and I'm going to do a transfer towards this 100 envelope savings challenge, and then I'll also do a transfer to my second goal, which is with respect to the trip that I have at the end of January. So before I get on to the trip, I have to share with you the sources of where this additional income is coming from. So the first source is coming from my app Plum that I use for both saving and investing. So in the month of December, Plum helped me to save £128.37. So that is the first source. The second source is from my Etsy. In December, I earned some money from my Etsy shop, which I always have linked in the description bar below. And the remainder amount that I have in my Etsy is £33.76. So that totals up to £162.13. So if I go to my second goal for one of the trips that I have in January, I already have, like I said, the flight booked. What I don't yet have booked is the taxi to and from the airport. I'm traveling with a friend, so we haven't yet had the discussion whether we want to Uber it when we get there, get a local taxi, or book a taxi in advance. I am of the mind that we should book in advance, purely because every single time when I travel, I like to take care of transportation to and from the airport way before I get there. And the second reason is the fact that we're arriving late at night and I'm not going to put my hopes into public transport. That's why I'm thinking we should probably hire a car in advance, but I haven't had the discussion with my friend yet. So once I do that, I'll be able to determine what we're going to do, if I need to save up for that or not. So the first thing is the accommodation. So we've reserved the accommodations, a 5-star hotel, one of the best in the city where we're going. Never stayed with them before, but I've heard so many wonderful things about this place. So that hotel, for the few days that we're there for a long weekend, it's gonna cost us around £167. So £167 divided by 2 equals £82, about £84 each. So I need to save up at least £84 for the hotel. So I'm probably going to save, if not 85, I'm going to save 90 pounds because I have to account for local taxes as well. So that's what I'm thinking. So either 85 or 90 pounds. Then I've also thought about food. Now, the friend that I'm traveling with is a foodie. So I know we're going to be hitting up some restaurants and stuff like that. So I know I'll need to carry more than what I normally would carry for a trip like this by myself. I probably would have like saved between 50 to 75 pounds for food, because I don't really like go out to eat or stuff like that. Maybe I'll have breakfast at the hotel and maybe I'll have lunch. Dinner, it's normally just snacks that I put around together unless I have a reservation. So for this trip, I'm planning 150 pounds for food. Because I know we're definitely going to hit up some restaurants that we want to try while we're there. And then I talked about transportation to and from the airport. Moving around the city is very, very cheap, especially the pound against this local currency where we're going to. So I'm not really too concerned about that one. I'll just cash flow that. But the taxi to and from the airport and airport to the hotel and stuff like that, if we do choose to book in advance, I am reserving 30 pounds because I'm doing everything half, because the other half my friend will pay for. Then so food 150, taxi 30 pounds, then the room I said 85 pounds or 90 pounds, that comes to 265. But I've decided to round up the saving to 300 pounds. So I think I'm just going to save up 300 pounds for this trip. What is left over from that trip, I'll just move it to the next trip. That's what I normally do. That's what I did with the December trip. The money that I had left over in December, I moved it to my January trip, and I was able to reserve a few things in advance for one of my January trips. So knowing that we have 162 pounds and 30 pence to play with, I decided to first remove the business expenses that I know are coming up in January of about 25 pounds. So if I remove 25 pounds from this whole shebako, I'll have about 138 pounds or 39 pounds or thereabouts, 138 pounds I think left for me to work with. Now, since I know that my hotel is 83 pounds and I said I want to send 90 pounds, I'm going to do 90 pounds is what I'm gonna save towards my hotel, and then the remainder of what I have of the 128, so 90, if I'm left with 130, I need to do some quick maths here, and the quick math is not quicking. So I'm gonna get my calculator here and do some maths. So I have 128 to work with. If I remove 90 pounds from that, I have 38 pounds left, which means for my 100 envelope savings challenge, I am going to send, I think I'm going to do 30 envelope 30. I've got my marker here, so I'm going to do envelope 30, and because it's 38, and envelope 8. So those are the numbers that I'm going to do. I don't think you can see because it's quite bright, but I've put an X on the numbers. But yeah, so I'm going to save 38 towards my 100 envelope savings challenge, bringing my total to 88, because I already had 50 from December. So if I add 38, it's going to be 88 pounds saved for my 100 envelope savings challenge, and then 90 pounds saved for my trip that I have at the end of January. So that is all I had with respect to Transfer Tuesday, the first Transfer Tuesday of 2023. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.